Hi, I'm David, the United Saints. We're at Mr. David Powell's house. This is his master bedroom. We're showing all the improvements we've made over time. When we first came into this room, we did a full gut of everything, all sheetrock, old insulation torn out. We also did mold remediation. There was mold and termite damage just about everywhere. We took and replaced, originally this room had a beam sagging. There was just literally just a 2x4 sagging in it, holding all the rafters where they'd removed a load-bearing wall. We took and added 2 new beams in to support the rafters. We replaced a good number of the studs and cap plates around the room with treated lumber to hopefully prevent more termite damage. We also added back in, after tearing out an old floor carpet and some wood floor, we replaced it all with tile. We have all new baseboard, all new sheetrock, mudded and textured, painted. We have added in a new fan. There was not a fan in here before. We added another light fixture over here. We added a junction box where there was loose wires. Over here on the tile floor we have a place where Mr. David was tripping when he entered his bathroom, and we had some volunteers slope upwards to meet the bathroom floor so he will no longer trip there. We also replaced some of the window panes that were broken. We cut new glass and replaced those. Also, all along the floor there was really old shoddy outlets, so we replaced them all with new outlets and new outlet covers. I think that's about it for this room. This is Mr. David's dining room. In this room there was sheetrock damage where we took and replaced insulation and new sheetrock, and here and retextured. This is Mr. David's addition room. When we first started, this room was a real mess. We did a lot of mold remediation. We tore out all the sheetrock and insulation. We're still in the process of repairing all this. We also replaced all of this back wall that was termite damaged, and we added in new sheetrock and insulation on that wall that connects to the house. We also added a door. He had a huge problem with feral cats getting into his house. Because of this room, if you look around all the walls, there's places where cats were getting in through rotted T111 siding. And so by putting this door and buttoning up this wall, we've been able to keep all the cats from getting into his house for the time being. This is in Mr. David's laundry room. In this room, we've only just started the gutting process. We've replaced a lot of the termite damaged structural part of the ceiling here so we can fasten new sheetrock. And here in the laundry room we found some loose wires just tied together with electrical tape, which was a fire hazard, so we just added a junction box to keep the wires neatly contained. Hi, we're in the backyard of Mr. David's house. This is Caddy, Mr. David's dog. When we first met Caddy, she was covered in fleas, had lots of sores on her back. She still has some that are healing up, but since we've given Caddy a bath, Daryl did, and cleaned her up so she doesn't itch so bad. We gave her some Frontline. We also brought a dog house from the Saints, a spare we had. We put a new roof on it, a new paint job, added some blankets for her, and she's all set. She's a happy camper. This is the backside of Mr. David's house. We've replaced all of the fascia and soffit on the backside. All the rafter tails that came out were all warped and going every which way. We ran a string line, straightened them up, and then added new plywood as fascia and soffit. We also added a good number of vents to keep the roof healthy for ventilation in the attic space. Over here we have some things that still need to be attached. We're getting in contact with the cable company to come out and refasten their cable box and the phone box. We replaced all of the sheeting. This used to be a brick wall here, and it was literally just falling away from the house. So we took and added new OSB to the back and then felted over it. And then we added this T111 Hardy siding on the bottom, and then Mr. David had some siding on his truck that we were able to utilize and put on the top part. And we had volunteers prime and paint all of it and trimmed out all the windows. We're on the back side of Mr. David's roof. Here originally was a very poorly laid out valley, and it was rotting and letting water into the house below. So we actually added some structure, brought back our valley up the roof to give it less slope, and added valley metal to help shed the water. We also redid the entire back side of this roof. It was really spongy, so we did a deck over on all the spots, also replacing a lot of the bad rafters that were termite damaged. We replaced some structure and then continued with our deck over. And then all new shingles, felt, full new back side of the roof. We're in the back of Mr. David's yard. We added, after doing the roof, we've added in gutters to help carry some of the water so it doesn't build up in the backyard. This is the addition here, and then we've tied it all the way around the back side of the house, taking out some drain spouts to carry the water away so it doesn't sit right next to the foundation.